Hey guys, it's Christy with Zen 10 Lotus Tarot, and I'm back here with pile 2. I'm so sorry that, of course, I'm still learning about technology, and I told you I'm terrible. I'm just terrible. I'm horrible at this. But, um, yeah, so now I have 3 separate videos for your pick a pile. So we already did pile 1. We're on to pile 2, which is the purple amethyst. And we're going to get started on that. So if you pick the purple amethyst pile, this is your pile. Makes sense, right? Sorry I messed that up. I'm working on it. I'm working on getting better at this. So we'll get started. So again, I have those 3 cards to show me a little bit about what is going on in your situation right now. Losing my voice. I don't know what's going on. Throat chakra. This is like the 3rd day in a row with the throat chakra issue. I have no troubles talking all day long. And then I get on here and I sound like, I don't know, sound like I got something going on. Rona, I don't got it, I promise. Can't get it through the camera anyway, but you know, let's see. Okay. So, pile 3. And now I'm going to set down your 6 cards. Whoa. Ooh. Yoy. What's going on? Shut the front door. This is a good one. I wonder who picked this. I wanted to pick this, darn it. I should have picked this. Okay, so this is what's going on for you. Sorry, my nose. So you have a situation where you are either just meeting somebody, or you're starting to date somebody, or you're coming into a connection with somebody that is a definite soulmate connection. It is, I've got the 2 of Cups, the Lovers, and then the Lovers again. So definite soulmate connection with someone. I feel like this connection is super strong. Like there's nothing you can do to fight it. You ain't even trying anymore. You're rebelling, to be honest, against anybody who has anything to say about it at this point in time. Could be dealing with a Gemini, could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and also a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Who else? I think that's it. So this connection is super strong. You just get each other. Like, it took you a while to make this decision, and I think it's because, like, the way that the cards are reading, I have the Hierophant in reverse, and it's like you're making a decision to, maybe you guys could have had some differences, like, and when I say differences, I mean not differences between you two. No, you know about this connection. I don't know that too many people do know about your connection, but you're finally, it's like you have made a decision to go against what other people may feel is right for you. Or it's like the Hierophant in reverse is a card of rebellion, or going against all of those belief systems that we have put in place for ourselves due to family, friends, and who we are in this world, and what we've learned as we've grown up to be what is right versus what is wrong. Okay, And so it's like the Hierophant in reverse is an amazing card of empowerment. And I don't, because if you talk about the Hierophant upright, it talks about commitment and like um and like a higher level of commitment and doing what's right and following the rules and following society and following like what you've been taught religious wise on what is right and wrong. Okay. And so in the reverse, it would seem to be that you're this like, why do I look like I'm ready to fall asleep? I don't know. I'm so drained right now. I don't know. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about the interruption. But like the um the Hierophant in the upright is when somebody is committing to do things right. And right is only a or perception of what they've been taught. Belief systems, family values. Um, I look at this card like, what values have you embodied that have been given to you by others? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like when we're brought up by our family, we take on whatever it is that they've taught us, period, about what's right and wrong. And we take it like it's the end all be all of right and wrong, right? Especially like during our formative years and years of like some of our most important years, to be honest. We follow belief patterns that have been ingrained in our brain over time. And it's like, so for me, the Hierophant is like, is a card of, this is going to sound really, this is based on the other cards. Now, mind you, this card can mean several other things as well, positively, if there were different cards surrounding it. But I am reading it, number one, intuitively, number two, with the surrounding cards, and it's saying exactly this meaning of the Hierophant. I like to think this is somebody who is in the upright in this situation, um, would be like following the crowd or doing being a sheep. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Okay, so like you're not standing out, you're not being an alchemist where you're making and creating your own belief systems or belief patterns. It's like you're taking on others' belief patterns. You're taking on society's version of what is correct or what is acceptable or what is right. But it's not necessarily what we feel deep down in our soul that's correct or right or acceptable or whatever. And so I find it very interesting that the next card is the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups, which means that you have been resisting this connection in some way, keeping silent about it, not saying a word to anyone, but feeling all kinds of emotions about it and really going over it. Like, is this right? Is it wrong? Should I? Shouldn't I? What are the repercussions if I did? What could be what could be like what could be detrimental if I went against everything I've ever been taught as being right and did something that I just felt at the soul level was right for me, period. And not giving a shit about what anybody else could feel or think or accept. Because bottom line, I accept it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's actually breaking generational curses of belief patterns that aren't yours specifically. They're not something you created for yourself. They're not something that you discerned for yourself, that you decided for yourself, that you somewhere deep down wanted for yourself. It's like these are belief patterns and societal rights and wrongs that were shoved down your throat. I love the Hierophant in reverse in this kind of a situation because it's like this is when change happens. This is when inspiration occurs. This is when goals are met. This is when challenges are overcome. This is when we are so empowered that we do what it is that we truly feel and what we are passionate about and what we feel our purpose is for. And we do it and it's complete alchemy. It's world changing. It's life changing. Um, Life changing energy for sure. Taking on and deciding on your own belief patterns and what you want to keep and what you want to throw out and what needs um, you know, put in the garbage disposal for F's sakes because it's just not serving us. It's serving everybody else around us except us. And so the Hierophant in reverse is boss. It's so boss, to be honest, the way that these cards read. Um, yeah, because you're like, here I am, like this single person, because the Nine of Pentacles talks about somebody who's single. Um, Here I am, the single person, and you know, I've been thinking about someone and I've, not done anything about it, not said anything, not said a word, but I know deep down at my soul level that I have this connection with this person, but I'm not saying anything because I don't know, would we be accepted? Would we be shunned? Would we be, would our family accept it? Would our friends accept it? Would whoever? And I don't know if you're dealing with somebody with different religious backgrounds than you, someone with different gender, race, whatever, that's not society, like it's not supposedly accepted by society in some way. So, but you are moving out of that energy of giving a shit. Really, you're creating change. You're breaking generational curses by living in your truth, by living in your power, by being a boss, quite frankly. Just saying, boss. Listen, this is great energy. Yeah, this is like the divine loves this for sure because we are doomed to live the curses of our past generations if nothing changes, which means that whatever our ancestors were taught, and then they taught it to the next generation, and then the next generation adopted it. And if they adopted it exactly the same way, then they're going to experience the same karma, the same curses, the same outcomes. So if you come from this is just an example. If you come from, I don't know, this could go any which way, but literally, like, say you come from a family who's full of divorces or something crazy like that, or you have a family who has always been poverty stricken, or you have a family who never allowed or was very racist and never allowed any kind of interracial relationships, or being gay or lesbian would be like the end of the world to someone. It's like you're breaking generational curses by doing what you know to be right for you, no matter what anybody else thinks, despite it. Even even because of it, like, because F them. Like, this is your life and your happiness and your future. You need to be able to be strong enough to break generational curses, like, so that you can create a new pattern of life experience for your next generation, for the legacy of your family to come. you know you have to be the alchemist, the one to do it. You have to be the rebel. Rebels aren't always liked. Sometimes it's lonely, but you know what, you got to do what you got to do, um, for your own happiness, for your own stability, for your own legacy for generations to come. Change, creating change. This is awesome. Oh my God, I have chills. Let me see. What's the moonology say? Luck is on your side. The other one. And work through your fears. Yes. Oh my God. I can't make this up. This is amazing. Oh, sorry. Let me get a drink. You don't want to hear me like burping and coughing and everything else, right? So work through your fears in this, like, whatever you have to do, because once you do, luck is on your side. You've just created a change for generations to come. So it's so funny how they say, like, one person, just one person's energy can shift the next person. And then the next person's energy can shift the other person's energy. It's the same idea as like going to Starbucks, right? And we go through the drive-through and we buy the guy behind us stuff. You know, it's like they call that like paying it forward, right? We're paying this luck forward in our generations to come. When we create the change now, one person can create a change that can change the lives of countless others, because we decided to stand apart or stand up for something that we believed in at our soul level to be right. And we adopted a belief system that was ours alone. Even if it has to be ours alone, it just is. And that's when change is created. That's when shifts happen, in the universe and in our luck. And when we do the work that we need to do to work through those fears, we change lives. We change patterns of behavior. We change the luck of our family to come. That's awesome. Let's see. So your self-care measure for you, Spirit is saying to read. And not a lot of people like to read, but the thing is like, if you are interested in a topic, there are so many short books and you can go online and read. You can even do podcasts at this point. That's sort of like reading, but just listening instead. But just get more knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. And it's like, super sexy to be reading. I'm just saying, like, love it when I see people reading anything. I don't care what it is. I'm like, what you reading? Like, can I read that? You know what I mean? When you're done, like, it's just, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. So read every chance you can get. And that is amazing self-care, because you're giving yourself tools, to break these generational curses, to change behavior patterns, to make a difference in your generations to come, your legacy. You'll be leaving behind a legacy by you learning new things on how you can shift the trajectory of your life in some way, shape, or form. And it leads to being a wealthy man, all of this, which is just, of course it does. Of course it does. That's what alchemy is. It's change. It's change. So your shadow work. Remember how we said the Nine of Pentacles is a single energy, right? And it's like, I feel like you've been alone. This shadow work from this deck that we were talking about with the patterns of grief in the last video, it's amazing. So this is in the realm of acceptance. Like when you've gotten to the point where you're able to go against the grain and adopt your own belief patterns, right? You have come to a point of acceptance that you know what you want. You've been alone for a very long time because you've had up all these walls that you've broken through and all of these swords in your back that you've taken out one at a damn time healing, and you're finally at that place of acceptance. Now look at all these walls that she's built around her. She's in the middle of a courtyard and she's naked, 100% vulnerable, you know, yearning, waiting for change. And I just feel like this is such a card of like, you know, now it's time to come out of that courtyard of fear that she's built around her, and to like, and of course these energies are fluid, but like, you know, she's got to come out of this, like this space that she's created of safety. And it's like she's finally getting up out of this little bed completely nude and ready to go do that, go make a change for herself, you know? And this is talking about love, you know, this card specifically. And so it's like she's ready to put that, like, get out of these walls that she's built for herself based on old belief patterns of fear and worry and staying stuck, you know? She's ready to get out of that. So I think that's an amazing card that completely resonates with this story. The Sacred Phoenix Heart. And so this is perfect with acceptance. And I'll tell you why. Because the Sacred Phoenix Heart is like finally coming to a space in your mind when it comes to love that you're like, remember how, well, I don't, you probably didn't watch the last video if you didn't pick that. But so, see, this is why I wish they were all on one video. Maybe next time, damn it. Okay. So with the Sacred Phoenix Heart, it's like you got to be willing to burn it to the ground. Everything, all of your beliefs, all of your old behavior patterns, all of the things that you thought were right that were shoved down your throat, all of your fears and anxieties and worries about what others think, and you just have to burn it all to the ground so that you can build your own phoenix energy to rise out of that kind of fear and live in a space of love, pure love, energetic alchemy, you know, where you're creating your life based on your own belief patterns, your own goals, your own dreams, your own empowerment, you know. That's great. Great freaking energy. Yes. Oh God, I don't want to stop on this, but I don't know. I got nothing else. Luck is on your side. Just keep doing this. You're making a change that is breaking generational curses for your families. Why can't I speak? You, I gotta take a minute. Okay, you are making the changes to break generational curses in your family, to change the trajectory of your life and in the generations to come lives in your family. So it's like you're starting fresh, you're starting new. You're no longer a sheep. Or, and I mean that sounds like such a mean word, but it's like you're no longer following the sheeple. and you're becoming an alchemist where you're thinking for yourself. Finally, it's so freeing. It's so naked. It's so vulnerable, but so fucking brave and boss. I have chills. So that's your reading if you picked pile 2. We'll go on to pile 3 next. Look for that video. Sorry, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.